Like, what's this, optically speaking, what is this supposed to imply? Like, he's the garbage man? What is this? What's he doing now? Oh my God. Oh, he's doing goat work. He's doing work. He's doing the work of the goat. He's doing it again. This shit works so well.
I don't know anything about the comedian. I don't know who he is. I've never seen him. I heard he made a statement, but it was just a statement that he made. He's a comedian. What can I tell you? I know nothing about him. I don't know why he's there. You put comedians up, and I guess he went on earlier in the show. I don't know who he is.
I don't know. I've never seen him. I've never seen a comic in my life. I've never even heard of laughter. What is comedy? I do not know. This is AI, isn't it? Or is this real? Is it real? It looks like it's AI. It's real. Here's the full video.
150 million people are not garbage. I can tell you who the real...
Oh, he looks like shit in this fit, dude. It's so funny. Oh, I like that, dude. He is... Once again, proving Mr. Zest, the nickname that I've given him, the Queen of Zest himself, loves to do his little dress ups. Okay, loves to do his little dress ups. This is a rare Trump. This is fantastic. It's spectacular.
But we won't say that.
Oh, that's why he did the Trump Make America Great Again. It's a garbage truck. Like, he's getting on a garbage truck. Damn, they had that shit ready to go, dude. How do you miss the door handle, dog? What the He almost fell. Yo! David and Brian are pissed Hasan. What do you mean? No, I agree with them. David Pacman, Brian Taylor Cohen, you guys are both right. This is the first time that I've agreed with the 700 videos that have been made about how Donald Trump is actually delusional. I agree. This is like the most objectively he's not all there moment that he's had, in my opinion.
Guys, full camera.
Like, what's this, optically speaking, what is this supposed to imply? Like, he's the garbage man? Trump supporters are garbage? Like, he's confirming it? Like, what's happening? Is it simply to just remind people that at the top of the hour, there's no longer a 3-minute ad break, but you can still subscribe, even though it's not the top of the hour, which you can do for $6 or for free with a Twitch Prime, or by getting gifted a sub. Now that my contract is up, I'm no longer running those ads. Just saying. He's getting in the truck in the wrong spot. He's the trash man. He grabs the trash, he eats it, then he spits it out. What's going on? Do you need a contract? No. Twitch no longer offers contracts. I'm one of the last ones. This goes hard though. I just don't get it, because it's like, is he trying to say that, like, yeah, we are trash? Maybe he's saying that, like, like they're too angry to make a proper analogy. I guess it's like people wearing the deplorables hat. That type of shit. They're reclaiming it. Yes, I saw the Fox News poll tracker. Trump over Harris, 50% to Harris is 49. And Pennsylvania, Trump over 50% to Harris is 49. And Michigan is deadlocked at 49-49. If you talk to people who are likely Trump supporters or openly Trump supporters, or people who say they like Donald Trump and they say they might even want to vote for Donald Trump, you should ask them if they've registered to vote. And then you will understand what I'm saying. There are a lot of people, especially in the demographics, low information voters, voters with lower educational attainment, working class voters that are openly in the tank for Donald Trump. Many of them will not vote. Many of them will not go out and vote in the polls. They will not vote come November. That is my suspicion. Donald Trump has not done enough, in my opinion, beyond like the Republican version of harm reduction to get those guys to come out and vote for him. this is what I'm saying. Harm reduction voting is not successful. It's not a successful strategy. It's not a successful for the Republican Party, and it's not a successful strategy for the Democratic Party. Fox News poll shows North Carolina at 49-47 for Trump. Pennsylvania at a tie at 48-48. Michigan at Harris advantage 48-46. The gubernatorial race, obviously, as Stein winning, that's a lock anyway. But it seems like the gubernatorial race is not having down ballot consequences for North Carolina, at least in this poll, this Fox News poll. In the PA Senate, you got Casey at 50-48%. In the Michigan Senate, Slotkin, once again, overperforming the top of the ticket. If Trump wins, the signs were obvious.
And it's
oh my
so
God.
Close. We've been telling you that day after day. This race is basically tied. So what we're going to do today and tomorrow is to give you the case for if each candidate wins, what is behind their victory. Today, we're going to look at Donald Trump. If he wins, why will that have been? Now, if you're a Harris supporter, don't throw stuff at Harry Etten. We're going to cover the flip side of it tomorrow. CNN senior data reporter Harry Etten is here, and we're looking at the case for a Donald Trump victory, starting with what I do think has been long one of the most overlooked numbers of this election, but could be one of the most important.
Yeah, all right. So, look, just 28% of Americans, voters, think the country is going in the right direction, is on the right track. And I want you to put that into a historical perspective for you. Okay, what's the average percentage of the public that thinks that the country is on the right track when the incumbent party loses? It's 25%. That 25% looks an awful bit like that 28% up there. It doesn't look anything like this 42% doesn't look anything like this 28%. So the bottom line is, very few Americans think the country is on the right track at this particular point. It tracks much more with when the incumbent party loses than with it wins. In fact, I went back through history. There isn't a single time in which 28% of the American public thinks the country is going on the right track, in which...
You know what's really crazy about this? This obviously is a clear problem for Kamala Harris because she did not take advantage of the gift that was given to her with this swap out at a time when, like, notoriously in many of the Western countries, like, it was an incumbent disadvantage in all the elections that took place, right? And the country was ready not to blame her for Joe Biden's failures, and she still turned around and ran towards Joe Biden, okay? Having said that, however, what is truly unique about this election, amongst many others, is that you have someone who also was president, who lost one prior election and is now running again. Being a sore loser does not perform well. This is a major communications flaw for Donald Trump. What you must understand is that most Americans see that, and at a time when Donald Trump has all of the advantages because people have forgotten about what it was like when he was president. People are very upset with the way things are headed in the United States of America. 28% of the United States thinks that this election is on track. Every moment that he is dealing with, like, the backlash caused by his own statements over and over again is a moment where he's not talking about how he's going to fix the economy. Okay? He's going to win. You know that? I mean, he could. I'm not saying that he's, like, absolutely dead ass going to lose. I've never said that. As a matter of fact, I have been complaining about the Kamala Harris campaign nonstop. Okay, I've been complaining about the Kamala Harris campaign nonstop. I'm currently complaining about the Kamala Harris campaign, saying that she was delivered a massive gift with the Biden swap out, where she could have shown that she is moving the campaign and the Democratic Party in a positive direction away from Joe Biden, a person who was so objectively unpopular that it required him to drop out and be substituted with the vice president. She squandered this opportunity pretty aggressively, pretty spectacularly. So much so that a lot of the top line messaging that came from the campaign ended up slamming the polls in this deadlock 50-50 split. $30 million of ad spend on the campaign messages not working in your favor means that you have to change. At a certain point, you had to have changed your campaign messaging. Harris' campaign has been perfect? Absolutely not. Harris' campaign has been awful. Harris' campaign is perfect if you're one of these like suburban former Republican voters that already didn't vote for Donald Trump but voted for Joe Biden instead. Why is Donald Trump more popular now at this point than he has ever been in any other election that he's run in, including elections that he's won in 2016 and including elections that he has lost in 2020? It is precisely because people still are reeling from the negative real wage growth that they experienced for 1.5 years. That is impossible to come back from. And in spite of that, in the midterm elections, the Democratic Party was not punished in a way that it was supposed to be punished. Now, having said all that, I still think, given how bad of a campaign Trump is running as well, and given how limited Trump's opportunities for victory look like, because he has to capture the attention of people who either A, weren't paying attention under the Trump administration, or B, were too young to vote for Donald Trump, because he has to get those guys on board, and he's not doing enough to get those guys on board, and those guys are notoriously not exactly people who vote, mid and low propensity voters. He has a harder time securing a W from the Electoral College in the way that it stands. Final Pennsylvania poll, Harris up 5 on September 16th. From Quinnipiac, October 7th, Harris was up 2. And October 28th, Trump is up 2. Net 7 swing in Trump's direction. Why you gotta show this to me, man? CNN gigacopium overdose. New CNN poll show Wisconsin, Harris up 6. Michigan, Harris up 5. Pennsylvania, Harris, Trump, dead heat. Goddamn. Goddamn.